Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the November 12th, 2014 meeting of the Zoning Board of the Village of Tuckahoe. Nancy, can I get a roll? Yeah.
Member Palladino.
Present.
Member Barondez.
Present.
Chairman DeSalvo.
Present. Sorry about that. Okay, the first item, as we normally do, is we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we have quite a few things on the agenda tonight. The first thing we're going to go over are approval of the minutes of the September 10th, 2014 meeting and the October 8th, 2014 meeting. Has everybody had an opportunity to review those minutes?
Yes.
Any changes needed to be made? With that being said, I'd ask for a motion to approve these minutes. Do I have a motion?
Have present a motion.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Second.
Second.
Okay. The next thing we're going to do is item number 4 on the agenda. It's Columbus Avenue. That's adjourned. Okay. Now we're going to bring up item number 3. That's 146, 150, 160 Main Street, 233 Midland Avenue.
Mr. Chairman, if I could just interject for 1 second, I just want to let the applicants know, since there's only 3 members, there's a vote tonight, you need the approval of all of them, so you do have the option to adjourn till there's more members, but it's up to you.
Choose
Good
your
evening,
fate.
Mr. Chairman. For the record, my name is William Null. I'm a member of the firm of Cuddy and Fader, and I'm here tonight on behalf of Murato Properties and Durami Properties and 150 Main LLC in connection with a request to extend the special permit and area variances that have been granted previously for the site. There's been no change to the circumstances affecting the site. 150, 160, and 233 150 and 160 Main and 233 Midland are under construction at this time, and we're including them in this request regarding the extension of the special permit and area variances, just as a matter of prudence to make sure that the record reflects that these approvals continue. 146 is an existing industrial building. It's going to be converted to live-work lofts, and we're not going to do that because it's being used right now in connection with the construction of the other sites. We're not going to do that until we're further along or complete with the other sites. So as I've said before, at previous times when I've requested extensions, would very much appreciate a 2-year or 18-month extension so that we can put this beyond an annual event, much as I appreciate seeing each of you. We know for a fact that this is going to be a longer term than a single year.
Okay. And just so that it's clear, in case the viewers at home have any questions, you did come before us, as you did reference, on April 25th, 2012, June 13th, 2012, and June 12th, 2013. Since that last approval on June 12th, 2013, has there been any changes to your application?
No changes. The building, the proposed development remains identical. The only change is that we're under construction on the sites that I mentioned.
Okay. Any questions or comments by the board? Hearing none. Is that it?
Well, unless there are public comments.
Well, I'll make a motion now to open up the public hearing. Do I have a second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And just with regard to that, Mr. Chairman, we have submitted proof of publication and notice as required. Thank you.
Anybody from the public wish to comment on this item? Hearing nothing, I make a motion to close the public meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we did prepare a resolution on this. Whereas the applicants, Murato Properties, Inc., Doremi Realty of New York, and Medora Corp. seek an extension of time for special use permits and area variances previously granted by this board on April 25th, 2012, and June 13th, 2012, and most recently extended on June 12th, 2013 for 18 months. And whereas there has been no change in the plans that have been previously approved by this board, and there have been no material changes to the facts or circumstances that rationally and reasonably supported this board's determinations to grant the approvals herein. It is therefore resolved that this board confirms its negative declaration pursuant to SECRA, as there has been no change in the plans submitted and previously approved. And it is further resolved that the special use permits and area variances previously granted by this board are extended for a period of 2 years. Nancy, can I get a roll call, please?
Chairman, if I could just interject for 1 second. It's been, I believe there's one extra applicant on there that we have to add, and it's 150
Okay,
Main Street LLC.
okay. 150 Main Street LLC?
Correct.
Okay. That change was made. And Nancy, if I could get a roll call on the vote.
We just need a second first.
Second?
Okay, Barondess. And we have Member Palladino,
Approved.
Member Barondess,
Approved.
Chairman DeSalvo.
In favor.
Thank you very much for your time and consideration.
Bye, Bill. Bill, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different contractors have.
Yeah, Gary, if you want. I already initialed and signed. Okay, the next item on the agenda, I'm going to call up 150 Lake Avenue. That's item number 2 on the agenda.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. My name is Stephen Accinelli from Veneruso, Curto, Schwartz, and Curto on behalf of the applicant. I have no further comments. I've made my presentation previously. I would like to add that we did meet at the board's direction with the village attorney and the building inspector to address concerns of the board about the use and occupancy, and I believe that we've satisfied those concerns to the satisfaction of the village.
And just so that it's clear for the public and members at home, you did come to us last month with an application, and just please state what changes you've made since then that you're now seeking tonight.
Well, we haven't made any changes to the application other than at the village's request to leave certain portions of the basement area exposed so as not to create or not convert them to living conditions, which was one of the concerns of the neighborhood as well as the village. And those plans are going to, those changes are going to be noted on the plans by the building department.
And how do those changes that you made affect the variances being sought, specifically with regard to FAR and any other variances being sought?
I don't believe that they affect the variances being sought. It may affect some of the living areas and actually lessen the variances, but other than that, I don't believe there are any other changes.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Is it the changes you're making, it's decreasing the impact of the
Correct.
variances, is that correct?
Correct.
Significantly decreases
The
the FAR because it's not usable space. Am I correct, Bill?
Do we have any comments or questions by the board? Okay, not hearing any. I'm going to open this matter up to the public. I'll make a motion to open the public meeting on this, or reopen the public meeting, rather.
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody wish to speak on this matter? Not hearing anything, I'll make a motion to close the public meeting. Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I believe we may have a resolution on this. Mr. Palladino, if you have a resolution.
I propose a resolution, Mr. Chairman. The application for an area variance requested by 150 Lake Avenue LLC, whose address is 4 West Oak Lane, Harrison, New York, property 150 Lake Avenue, Tuckahoe, New York, Section 33, Block 7, Lot 4, for relief from the following section of the zoning code, 5-1.6.3 and 4-3.6, secret resolution. Based on this application as submitted, this zoning board of appeals finds and determines that, 1, the action taken herein is an unlisted action subject to the requirements of SECRA and its implementing regulations. 2, this zoning board of appeals is in possession of all information reasonably necessary to make the determination as to the environmental significance of the proposed area variance application. 3, that the action taken herein shall not have a significant adverse impact on the environment, and it is declared that a negative declaration is hereby adopted with regard to this action. It's be signed by the zoning board, the acting zoning board
I think we
chairman.
should vote on that secret
Okay,
resolution.
we'll vote on the secret resolution. I'll make a motion to adopt the secret resolution as proposed by Board Member Palladino. Do I have a second on that motion?
Second.
Okay, if you want to get a vote.
Member Palladino,
In favor.
Member Barondez,
In favor?
Chairman DeSalvo.
In favor. And do you have a resolution with regards to the remaining items?
With regard to this, recommendation is for an area variance to be granted as the benefit to this applicant of the area variance outweighs the detriment to the health, safety, and welfare of the neighborhood. The applicant has demonstrated through its submissions and presentation that it has met all aspects of the five-pronged test to the satisfaction of this board. A recommendation to approve the requested variance with the conditions that the storage area and rear portion of the basement shall remain unfinished and used as storage only as per the building inspector's notation on the applicant's plans dated July 28, 2014. And the granting of the variances herein is granted on the condition that work under such variance be commenced and diligently prosecuted within 1 year of the granting thereof, failing which such variances shall become null and void.
And I'll make a motion that this resolution be put to a vote. Do I have a second on that motion?
Second.
Member
Nancy?
Palladino,
In favor.
Member Barondez,
In favor?
Chairman DeSalvo.
In favor. Okay, and just so that it's clear, although it is referenced in the resolution, the building inspector, Mr. Williams, did mark up a copy of the plans to further detail with specificity the area which we're referring to. All right,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Have a good evening.
Okay, that's done. And the last item for the agenda, item number 5, that's 49 Sylvan Avenue. I'd ask that the applicant come up to the microphone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chairman and board members. My name is Jeff Hunter, 49 Sylvan Avenue. I'm here tonight requesting relief from denial of an application to widen a small portion of my driveway. I'm just requesting a permit to widen the portion of the driveway near the street to enhance maneuverability in and out of the driveway. Sylvan Avenue is a very narrow street, windy street, and the upper west side driveways tend to have difficulty getting in and out of the driveways due to commuter parking and other parking on the street. So I would request that that be reviewed and hopefully okayed, in regards to the permit.
And just so that it's clear to the viewers at home, how much are you looking to extend your driveway?
Only approximately 6 feet on a small portion of the driveway. It appears to be approximately 200 square feet
Now, is that 6 feet, is that length or width?
width, 6-foot width.
And I do understand the parking problem that presents itself on Sylvan. It is a very tight block. So in my opinion, anything that makes the parking situation, any relief given to the parking situation is a positive. Okay, do any of the members of the board have any questions for the applicant? No? Okay, I'll make a motion to open the public meeting. Do I have a second on that motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody here from the public? No, no one's here except Mr. Williams. He's not in the public. All right, I'll make a motion to close the public meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I've prepared a resolution which I'll read in the form of a motion. First off, we'll start with the secret resolution. Based on this application as submitted, the Zoning Board of Appeals finds and determines that, 1, the action taken herein is an unlisted action subject to the requirements of SECRA and its implementing regulations. 2, the Zoning Board of Appeals is in possession of all information reasonably necessary to make the determination as to the environmental significance of the proposed area variance application. 3, that the action taken herein shall not have a significant adverse impact on the environment, and it is declared that a negative declaration is hereby adopted with regard to this action. I am moving that we go to a vote on this. Do I have a second?
Second?
Nancy?
Member Palladino.
In favor.
Member Barondale.
In favor?
Chairman DeSalvo.
In favor. Okay. Now, I also have a second resolution with regard to the merits of the variance, which I'll read it in the form of a motion. Recommendation is for an area variance to be granted as the benefit to the applicant of the area variance outweighs the detriment to health, safety, and the welfare of the neighborhood. The applicant has demonstrated through its submissions and presentation that it has met all aspects of the 5-pronged test to the satisfaction of this board. The granting of the variance herein is granted on the condition that work under such variance will be commenced and diligently prosecuted within 1 year of the date of this approval, failing which such variance become null and void. I make a motion that this be submitted to a vote. Do I have a second?
Second.
Nancy?
Member Palladino.
In favor.
Member Barondale.
In favor?
Chairman DeSalvo.
In favor. Take care, sir.
I want to thank you for your approval.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
Good night.
And that concludes tonight's meeting. What do you think, Bill? Not bad.
Have a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good
In
night,
favor.
Tuckahoe.